Now you're going to say, I was roped in here by a thumbnail that doesn't make sense. And it is true, but it also isn't. We're looking at the JZ Microphones BB29, which when JZ Microphones from Latvia contacted me and said, hey, can you review one of our mics? You pick which one. And I was like, what's this going to be? What do I have to say about mics? Well, apparently about this one quite a bit. What a great story. And not yet. I mean, once you've heard the whole story, then it's great. I looked at mics and then I looked at this and I was like, I know the shock mount. I know the shape. That is weird. BB29. I looked up what JZ is. Those are the initials of the guy that designs the mics, who worked for Blue. Now we're going to put this away for a second. BB. I was like, come on, that's a Blueberry. I looked at the specs, and you know what? I could get them online and put them right here. SPL, diaphragm width, signal to noise. You know what? They're identical, period. I'm not going to find them online. I looked it up. They're identical to what I'm going to show you now. This right here is a DJ case. Look, I put a sticker on there. This thing's been with me around the world. And in 2001, I got my first tax refund from the IRS. It was about $1,000. And I went to the Guitar Center and said, I want a good mic. I worked at the ad agency that I worked at. I said, I want a good mic for our vocals, jingles, radio spots. We had an RE20 from Electro Voice, but that wasn't cutting it. And I used builder's foam to make this. This has been around the world with me. So this is what the mic comes in. A beautiful... But the blue comes in, by the way. Yeah. Baltic Latvian Universal Electronics. The Latvian was a dead giveaway. So I put it in here. I went to Guitar Center with a friend of mine, and we actually did test a whole bunch of microphones, because once you buy one, you can't return them because of health reasons. And we didn't go for a Neumann. No. We ended up getting the blue Blueberry. Had to get the shock mount for it. Okay, I mean, you can already see the resemblance. This one's a little bit more finicky to get in because the screws are shorter than on the BB29. BB29, get it? Blueberry. So it hangs in the shock mount. And they didn't have the right pop filter for it, so I bought the one for the mouse, which worked, and I always had that on here. So what is the point of all of this? Well, the point of this is, this has been one of my mics that I've been using hardcore for over 20 years now. And that means I know the living crap out of that mic. I didn't have to really test the BB29 to know that it's good, because it is from the same designer. I think what happened, and correct me if I'm wrong, Blue got bought by Logitech. They want to do streaming mics for $99. They are not really doing the studio stuff anymore. Maybe a little bit, but it looks like it's almost gone. After this, actually, I bought a bottle. It's going to be in a different video about another mic. And the bottle is their, mega flagship that literally Sting and Steve Vai, Elton John. I mean, this is the big thing. This I used for years. This is the mic that I recorded Frameshift with James LaBrie. And James LaBrie loved it so much, he said, I've been in studios all around, James LaBrie from Dream Theater. I've been in studios all around the world. They put $15,000 telephone kits in front of me. They put all these mics in front of me. And I was never super happy. And he's like, I am super happy right here with this. So he bought one. And from that point on, which was 2003, he's been going to studios all around the world, taking his trusted Blueberry with him. Now, because Blue is now doing all the streaming stuff and gamer stuff, at least this one isn't available anymore. It was $1,000. I just saw one on eBay for $1,300. You can't get it anymore. This is super simple. There's no pad. There's no polar pattern. There's no anything. It's a solid state mic. You plug it in and you go. Primarily designed for vocals. It does one thing. You plug it in, it sounds killer. But before I play you stuff from James LaBrie claiming that the BB29 can get those sounds, we have to find out if it actually can get those sounds. Are they really the same? Because the build quality, I'm going to take this off here. It's definitely a lot tighter on this shock mount, which by the way also didn't come with the mic. You have to get that separately. So they are not the same when it comes to appearance. First of all, you can clearly see the blue's bigger. There's an extra cage here, blah, blah, blah. Is it thinner? Blue's a little bit thicker. I mean, tiny bit, okay? We can see it's the same idea. But then when you look, there you see the capsule. And there you see the capsule. Same size, I think it's 24 millimeters, something like this. All the specs are exactly the same. This, I have to say, feels not as high-end. It feels more like a tin. It's lighter. It's thinner. Okay? You can see that it's two pieces of metal screwed together. See the line there? Whereas on this, it's solid. This is a beautiful brushed blue. Okay. JZ microphones presentation when it comes to packaging. There's no wooden box. It's a cardboard thing, styrofoam inside. They don't really know how to present themselves, okay? It's not the high-end presentation from Blue. The mic does not feel as high-end. The logo, I'm sorry, JZ, sucks. It's, who can read this? The whole marketing end of it is not where Blue is. BLUE, Baltic Latvian Universal Electronics, JZ. And again, it feels not cheap. Oh, this is plastic up here, okay? So the little line going around is plastic, this is metal. It feels cheaper, but you know what? It is cheaper. $700 as far as I know, or 7 something. It's not 1,000, it is cheaper. And even if, pricing is kind of beside the point because you can't buy this anymore. So this is cheaper, but really in the end, how much does any of that matter? Isn't it the sound while you buy a mic? Doesn't it have to deliver? So let's check this out. I recorded lots of stuff, so you can skip it if you want to. Here is Not Your War from Campaign Like Clockwork. And you're only hearing the JZ. You see both mics, but you're only hearing the JZ. Let's check this out.
People in a row, 10 times more, 6 feet below. Your eyes still unknown. Faceless like a chain of cut-out dolls, controls on endless walls. They're searching for a ghost. Don't you feel safe? Aren't things so much better than before? You think you're saviors, you're not. Nobody wants what you've got. You fight, but this is not your war. This is a promise of heart. It's time to lay down your arms. Be alarmed. Let's face the signs. This is not your war. Following a self-destructive call, you walk upon forgotten souls. The chaos takes control. Search and things you never find. Charity is left behind. Justice is no longer blind. You wash the minds of every child. And don't you feel safe? Aren't things so much better than before? Don't you feel safe? Is there anything left worth fighting for? This is a promise of heart. It's time to lay down your arms. Be alarmed. Let's face the signs. This is not your war. This is a promise of heart. It's time to lay down your arms.
Now, of course, the biggest question is, how does it compare? So we had a different pop filter right in between. Rafa was singing equidistant in both mics. We're going back and forth. You see the waveforms below. You know when we're switching. You cannot know when we're switching from listening to it. So let's go.
50,000 people in a row, 10 times more, 6 feet below. Why still unknown? Faceless like a chain of cut-out dolls, patrols on endless walls. They're searching for a ghost. Don't you feel safe? Aren't things so much better than before? You think you're saviors, you're not. Nobody wants what you've got. You fight bound, this is not your war. This is a promise of heart. It's time to lay down your arms. Be alarmed. Let's face the signs. This is not your war.
In a mix, there's absolutely no way you can tell the difference between the two mics. And the specs are all the same. But can you hear it unprocessed, no effects, when I'm switching back and forth and there's no music playing? Let's check that out.
50,000 people in a row, 10 times more, 6 feet below. The why is still unknown. Faceless like a chain of cut-out dolls, patrols on endless walls. They're searching for a ghost. Don't you feel safe? Aren't things so much better than before? You think you're saviors, you're not. Nobody wants what you've got. You fight bound, this is not your war. This is a promise of harm. It's time to lay down your arms. Be alarmed. Let's face the signs. This is not your war.
I'm saying you cannot. You know what? I've done it for you, so let's do it again. Here's another song. Same tests. Here's just the Jay-Z.
There's a puzzle in my mind, and I lack the final piece. Lost it on the way, a price I have to pay. Gotta read between the lines, there is no rest and no release till I've solved the case. Gotta save my face. I'm the leader of the line, got my heart upon my sleeve. That's the major flaw, sneaking in my crawl, and they catch me from behind. From my absence without leave, they will
Here's it back to back with the blueberry.
There's a puzzle in my mind, and I lack the final piece. Lost it on the way, a price I have to pay. Gotta read between the lines, there is no rest, no release till I've solved the case. Gotta save my faith. I'm the leader of the line, got my heart upon my sleeve. That's the major flaw, singing in my crowd, and they catch me from behind, from my absence without leave. They will come when we're asleep, but I don't care, 'cause tonight we belong. Now we live not to survive. Drinking time, talking songs. It's tonight we're proving wrong that it's a better life.
Okay, and unprocessed again.
You're the calm before the storm, my temptation to desert. You're the lullaby in my lonely nights, but your melody transforms into emergency alerts, and I get what I deserve, but I don't care, 'cause tonight we belong. Now we live not to survive. Drinking time, talking songs. It's tonight we're proving wrong that it's a better life.
Okay, so now that we've established that they might feel a little bit different and look slightly different, sound-wise, nobody can tell me that there's any difference. This delivers the goods that the blueberry delivers, which means you can, for a mere $700 get the mic that doesn't exist anymore, which is this, that James LaBrie carries around the world to record Dream Theater albums. You can now get the BB29 from Jay-Z. Let me play you two snippets from songs that James recorded. I recorded a lot of albums with the blueberry, but here's, a great vocalist in some proggy stuff. That's what we did back in the day with the blueberry, therefore this, because it's pretty much the same thing.
When currents always keep me lifted, if I can feel it, the abnormality of flying is best explained by watching every other aspirations following the play. Structure of status the right way through the day. Carry waves to be an option.
So what is my 2 cents about this whole thing? Very simple. I've used this for over 20 years and I love using it because it is this. Just from the same designer, from a company that actually now still dares to make high-end studio stuff instead of doing streaming stuff. Bought by Logitech or something. I cannot possibly say anything bad about a mic that I've been using myself on many albums for 20 years. I feel they need help with the marketing. They need a different logo, maybe even a different name. I don't know. Jay-Z is not, I mean, using your initials for your company? Wait, HP42, that, oh, whoops. Okay, use your initials, but come up with a better logo. And maybe make him yellow. I don't know. It's not the quality of the mic. It's how it and also the shock mount appeared. It felt like not a super high quality packaging and product. It's the marketing and the experience and the delivery that needs some help, Jay-Z people. Your mic kicks ass because this is the Blueberry in every way, except that it's not the Blueberry. So if you're interested in that, go. I'll put links below. You can get these at Thomann, I think, but definitely at, I think, whatever, Bags and something. They're all around now. Jay-Z clearly does good stuff because Blue mics were the shit, and the guy that designed them is now Jay-Z. I mean, he's always been Jay-Z, but now it's a whole company. So check it out. They did pay me for this video, but I mean, they didn't pay me for using this for 20 years. And, you know, the sounds are the sounds. You fucking heard them. So if you think I'm a paid shill, then okay, go away. Links below and animals at the end.